Hello, everybody. We're live.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, we're live here. Hello.
Yeah, I still
Hello, my
haven't.
sweet little angels.
I still haven't done the name tags again since the shuffle about with the camera and stuff. I know, very pro. haven't actually really done anything for a couple of days now.
Bruh.
Been doing all sorts of stuff.
Why you gotta do us like that, Rip Daddy?
I know. I
Gosh.
feel bad. It's.
OBS screws me enough. I feel you,
I'm
man.
just
Don't
busting your
worry.
balls, dude. I don't care. It's all
It's-
good, man. I love you.
I'm MrRipper, one in the middle. Brian's on the left.
I'm Brian, the one on the white shirt today, so you can tell me apart.
It could be either way because of the reflection. Yeah, don't want to even go there. Dave's mobile, so he is, or cellular if you're in the States.
My internet took a dump this morning and has yet to recover, and there's like over an hour wait with my ISP to get on the phone, and we got a schedule to keep. So I just got a nice new phone, to be fair. So I'm testing out the limitations of 5G today, but we shall see how it works out. It seems to be working okay. I don't know how I look on the other end, but I look good on my end.
You look better, so you do.
Yeah, dude, the camera on this thing is nuts, dude. I'm telling you.
I think I might rip my Logitech one out and just get my
Just put
phone.
your phone up
Just
there
put
from
my
now
phone.
on.
Just
Yeah.
buy a needlessly like overpriced cell phone with like a ridiculous array of cameras.
You get the pros with the camera jobbies on the tripod and all with a big
Oh,
stereo.
dude, if you get a DSLR, you can just like hook it up to a capture card and boom, you got a DSLR for a
But they
webcam.
cost an absolute fortune, so that they cost
Yeah,
like-
that's what I figured
Right.
too, and I need a better camera eventually because I'm trying to make more and more and more content, music videos, videos for the channel, live stream stuff, and I figured like, why don't I invest in both a phone and a camera?
That's very smart.
So I tried to do that to the best of my
Very
ability. However, I'm seeing that like there's been some issues with the software on my camera. The area of focus is like razor thin on the like main like 108 megapixel camera. So apparently there's been some issues with autofocus, but that should be eventually fixed with a software update as it better because this phone is
Oh, God.
supposedly supposed to have like the best fucking camera.
15-minute warm up. He loves his camera. I like it too, actually. So
It looks good. Like it ain't bad.
No,
And they give you like nice earbuds. Like they hook it up. So I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. But it's hopefully not going to be a permanent solution if avoidable. We'll see. We'll see. I am going to probably start using it as an NDI camera in OBS though, because you can do that.
yeah, definitely.
So then I can like
We
have it
already
running on
have
the network
people
and stream it.
talking about Grumble Dave now.
No, you can't see the
Oh,
chat
of
today.
course, of course. Well, I by the way, I can't see the YouTube chat today because I can't connect to an internet to watch it. So, I will just have to like trust in my allies here. Trust in
No,
my
your
party.
camera's fine. You're good.
Look at
Don't
that
you worry.
shit-eating grin. You already know you can't trust this fucking guy.
That's a rookie
This
mistake.
motherfucker.
That's a rookie.
I know. Dude, I live in that Discord. I know how it is in this community, but it's whatever.
Yes.
I am prepared for it. Let's go.
Stone Grimes is the man who came up with the name. It has been recognised and it will stick forever. Grumble Dave will
God damn it.
will never die.
Only because of how much it bothers me, but then it doesn't actually bother me that much because it reminds me of Strong Bad, and Strong Bad makes me happy. So that works for me.
In the comments, once again, I can't even see how many people are watching today either. Yes, the live stream happened on Wednesday, Dave. You were there. Brian
Yep.
still stepped out for a wee bit. Hopefully he'll join us soon in the future. I had probably the most fun I've had in a long time playing.
Dude, you killed it. You did so well. That was so great.
Thanks to the DM Nolan, he's kept it quite simple and it's not too fight orientated, and yeah, I had great crack. Yet, and that's what no secret. I don't know how many new people are watching today. I am not an expert. I am a complete and utter novice at the bottom level, and it was a good balance I felt of it not being too. Yeah, the pace was good. It was good fun. It was good for people who've been watching it before, hopefully who've played before, and it was probably quite educational for people where they can watch me make all the mistakes. And as a novice,
You really didn't make all that
no,
many mistakes.
I'm surprised. I'll screw it up on this Wednesday. So the next,
Well, Nolan has a very like tactful way of kind of holding your hand through
he
it.
was
That I'm
good, so
noticing. He's doing a great job.
and he was throwing me some wee messages and stuff. So whenever we were fighting the insectary tree thing, he sent me pictures so I could actually visualize.
Oh yeah, I was watching that on the Discord. You guys were
that's
getting
great.
pictures the whole time.
Yeah, I was getting pictures, and it just meant I could
was just in the theater of the mind.
Yeah, I could see what I was, so I wasn't talking complete rubbish, but he did a brilliant job. So hopefully, we're on Wednesday, same time usual. It's only 10 o'clock because I have to wait for everybody to go to bed at my house, and it's not too early for the people on the West Coast because they've started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a bit early.
It works for me. I'm easy.
Yeah, that's true. So hopefully everybody continues on and watches next week.
This week, it's Sunday.
This week, Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
That was a good time. That was so fun.
And I'll be back in the living room in my armchair, and it was.
I'll just be watching from my PC while doing something, preparing for my stream.
While doing something, you should be watching. That should be your full focus.
I was watching while I was preparing for my stream last time, and then I'm like, yeah, my audio's working, everything's great, and then it died, and I'm like, and I'm gonna kill somebody, yeah.
No,
friggin' God, man.
I think we should maybe go for a wee story.
Yeah. Who wants to kick this puppy off?
I think, where is my bookmarks? I am going to give Brian the first one. And
great.
He's yes. There was a few selected previously. Oh, I've got an email. So let me close that down. Second. Don't know if I came through on the stream. Bye bye.
I didn't see it. You're fine.
You might don't know if anybody else heard it though. Yes,
no, I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Basically, the first two were skimmed by Brian.
I skimmed as many as I could because I do that. That's my job.
And then I have skimmed the other ones. So let's see. There is one that I picked, and I think,
Jesus, what have you done?
I've seen the first couple. I'm gonna give it to you, Brian, because I know you love it, and it has no there's no paragraphs the whole way through it, so it's gonna be a cracker to read. I think you maybe skipped it on purpose, but I thought it was good. So.
I probably did skip it on purpose, Captain Commander.
Yes, I think that if we get any super chat stuff going on here, maybe we should maybe get Brian to read it verbatim just for a laugh, because I know he doesn't like that.
I'll read it verbatim, but you gotta be patient with me if I'm sitting there going either
that there, or you're gonna have to do your Fortnite dances again, Brian, that you failed us with last week. So yes.
Oh Jesus!
Right, Brian, go for it, Brian.
This is posted by. You're doing this on purpose. Now I know.
Stop it.
Apple Blast. So Apple Blast, if you're here, hello, hi, how are you doing? This is Nat 1. Don't get attached to a character. So this was my first campaign, and it was 4 to 5 years ago. I played a wood elf druid. We had a human cleric, a human ranger, a human wizard, and an NPC who was a dwarf. We were all level 6. We were assigned to take a halfling, who actually turned out to be a baby silver dragon. How? I don't understand that. Scary. To another city across the continent. Since the ranger wanted to be the one who led us to the city, we let him. I really regret this now. Oh, sorry, let me clear my throat. We were following the ranger, and he told us to roll for tracking us out of the mountain. Nat 1. The ranger gets us lost. He had one job and he failed. Our DM at the time had to dig through books to get what was going to happen to us. It was a 1 in 10,000 chance to find this. We found carved into the side of the mountain was a door with old elven above the door, kind of like Lord of the Rings right there. Even though I was playing an elf, the dice gods were not on our side that night. I couldn't decipher it except for the words danger and do not enter, which is always ominous. Now, the thing is sealed. I said I didn't want to destroy the seal because it could be dangerous. I was overruled. The seal was eventually broken and we went inside. Here is where it gets weird. When we went inside, it was unknown to us that there were guards outside the door that watched us break the seal. And didn't say anything, but once we had noticed them, it was too late. We walked in, but couldn't walk out. A seal had prevented us from leaving. The guards happened to be sun elves. They said something in Elven, but I can't remember what it was. We had no choice but to continue in the in the place we had found. We go further, and we start to go down, and it keeps going down. Eventually, we come across a beholder and somehow managed to become friendly with it enough to tell us where we were. The beholder had said that we had found the Underdark /labyrinth. And then he said the only way to get out is to kill the creature that lives in the water, in the village, in the Underdark. There was no time, and we had all become wary. Since we had befriended the Beholder, he took us to the city and we found a place to stay. Since this was our first actual campaign, we didn't know any better. But the place we decided was safe to stay was a Mind Flayer's home. Bad idea made worse. Right. Because he was actually friendly towards us. Of course he was. This moment was our downfall. We fell asleep, and when I was awoken, all of my party members had their brains eaten. And I was next. I shapeshifted to an owl and tried to get away, but one of the tentacles caught me in mid-flight, still due to poor dice rolls. My vision goes black, and that is where the campaign ended. I, the player, was devastated. My favorite character had slipped out of the realm of the living. I was salty for weeks towards the player who played the ranger. Let this be a lesson to new players. Don't get attached to your character.
Very wise words.
Don't get attached because they're about to die horribly always.
That was a brilliant story.
We just lost a character in my campaign today. R.I.P.
Ripping Polish.
I'm not reading that out. Somebody was saying in the comments about he's waiting for MrRipper to read out a story. You do not want me to do that.
He will one day, just not right now. We have to get him liquored up first.
There's never enough time. That's his out.
Yeah. There's never enough. There will never be enough.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe one day he'll fail his con save. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about what you missed there, Brian, was people talking about their people's nicknames. Somebody remembered your nickname from last week.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
I see that creepy Uncle Brian. Yeah, I see what you did.
Whatever. I got Grumble Dave, dude. Dave. Whatever.
But you actually have a cult following now with Grumble Dave, so you're good.
I don't have like 3 people.
One person, Stone Grimes.
It's basically just Rip Daddy and Stone Grimes. I don't fucking get it, but whatever.
Okay, I will read a story. I will ruin a story if the super chat blows, but I don't think it will, and I'm not encouraging anybody to do it. So
if you blow up the super chat, he will read a story.
Brian's going to blow all his wages and put $1,000 down just to get me to read a story.
Yeah, I'll like dump my whole bank account on there. He's like, yeah, do it. Did it? No.
I don't want to talk about my whole bank account right now.
Don't talk about that. I have spent an absolute fortune. My car, whenever I left my old job had a company car, and it was hit. Somebody hit it on passenger side, which would be your driver's side, and somebody keyed it up the other side. One day I sat and polished it all black, got the old ceramic polish, waxing all out, spent all day doing it, and then some bugger that night just ran a key right from the top to the bottom. So I had to pay to get that. Sprayed on both sides. And then my son, who does a wee bit of editing for the channel, he crashed his motorbike. So big bells all around.
He didn't get hurt, right?
No, he was fine. It was
good. Everyone's all right at the end.
So I should really embarrass him up and put all the photographs up. He tried to get away without even telling me. I'm like, I think I've noticed like the front half of your bike caved in, so it was probably
no, you wouldn't. Just don't look, Dad. Don't look. It's just broken. It's all good.
Why's the bike bunny hopping up the street? So yeah, it was funny. Bad week all around.
So you've already.
I dumped my phone and my glasses in the lake. I'm having a bad week too.
I heard a wee rumor that you got new glasses.
I got contact lenses, actually.
That's why you look more beautiful. I couldn't figure out what it was.
It was my pretty eyes. Now you can see them because my glasses were scratched to shit.
I thought it was the Samsung phone, but
look into my pretty eyes. I'm so beautiful.
you should get like black ones or something like that there. My eyes are actually
black contacts.
Yeah,
that's terrifying.
Those scare the shit out of me. I'm sorry.
Kind of weird. Yeah, they're kind of metal. Like, don't get me wrong, but if I was gonna like do it, I would probably do like red ones because that's my favorite color.
I don't wear glasses. Yay. But
I do. Yay.
well, I can see. I can see. If I couldn't see that, I would probably have needed glasses. But my eyes are green, which is a bit random. But
All right.
yeah.
So, Rip Daddy, unfortunately, I can't move my video window in Discord on my phone around to the other side for whatever reason. So it's blocking off it's like stuck in the top left corner of my screen, and it's blocking off it says it was posted by u/zipper zap, but like the first couple words of the first two lines are like
he
gone.
set me up big time because he said he could read it. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Brad,
but everything else I can see.
you're doing the stories.
I'm doing another one.
Oh, I can. All I need you to do is scroll a little bit, like more, like it's just like I'm just missing like two words out of the corner, and then I can see everything else crystal clear.
Right. So where do you want
That's
up or
it.
down? I was. There's people sitting there.
Yeah. So if you can scroll up for just a little second, or yeah, right there. Perfect. That's the spot, and just keep the buffer right there, and I can see everything. All right. So it goes. Current DM recently regaled us with how he destroyed his old DM's campaign within one encounter. What are your stories of? Well, there goes the campaign. For a more thorough description, here we go. Current DM, called Jay, was playing a wizard back in 3.5 in a fairly boosted campaign. Keep in mind that almost every term has been equated to 5th edition because I understand that much better. Others in the party were a fighter, 2 rogues, a warlock, and a monk, all level 10. Too fast there. That's just like one line back. If you can. Perfect. Yep, right there. Others in the... come on. Others in the party were a fighter, 2 rogues, a warlock, and a monk, all level 10. At some point, the DM decided to use a homebrew monster akin to a terracotta dragon that would be a recurring puppet of the main antagonist. The dragon had somewhere around 23 AC and 175 health, resistance to all damage types, including the usual non-magical piercing and slashing, but excluding bludgeoning, and a special harden ability that was basically a reflavored ×2 armor of Agathis. Lastly, it has no breath weapons made of stone, and it gains its power from some form of crown embedded in its head. So the DM refreshes the last session in the players' minds, and they just up a little bit, just a hair. Right there, perfect. And they get on their merry way towards the ruins of what was once a humongous guard tower. The fallen walls are still around 60 feet tall and 80 feet wide, forming a sufficiently epic arena. Combat gets underway. The martial classes and Hexlock do their thing, and when it gets around to Jay's turn, he doesn't cast any spells, but he asks the DM, "How far is the dragon from me?" "About 40 feet. Where's the closest place I can long jump to get on his head?" "A crumbling tower 30 feet away and 50 feet high." I start running towards the nearest long jump point. Could you scroll up just a little bit? Right there, perfect. That's fine. That's perfect. That's fine. Jay moves toward the wall and ends his turn. Jay then uses his next turn to climb up the wall and somehow manages to pass every check. He is now on top of the crumbling tower. I jump onto the dragon's head and hold on for dear life. He passes the check, barely grabbing the horns. The turns go around, and Jay says, "I want to rip off the crown." The DM gives him a look of confusion, horror, and awe that someone would attempt something so ballsy and so unexpected. Roll for athletics. Natural 20. The DM actually facepalms and is forced to describe his new monster becoming a lifeless rock shell as its crown is ripped out. After it's done, he says out of character, that was supposed to be a recurring monster for the next 12 sessions. And just like that, the campaign's next 3-month-long adventure was destroyed by a Scottish tartan beret-wearing wizard. What are all your stories of, well, there goes the campaign?
Yeah, Brian's been told not to pick thread once, but having said that, that was a good story. So,
That's pretty lit.
Yeah, whenever everybody says, "Oh, you duplicate all your stories, MrRipper," it was done on the live stream. So, because that one will probably make it again into an actual story.
That's a good story. I like it.
I liked it too. Yeah,
This is the sneak preview.
It's sneak preview. As a
That was
fun. Too long.
Zap,
Is that one that?
zap. That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice long comment too. That's engagement, kiddos.
Somebody was asking in the chat in the middle of it, what is Brian's Discord username? It is Brian Vaughn VA, but he is not in the community Discord. How can I put it politely? And you can thank Jay Ross for this and a few other mods.
Oh, here we go.
The Discord is not for everybody. It's a polite way of putting it. It is the basis of the community, but it's not necessarily for everybody. And it's not necessarily for everybody who's part of the team here. It gets a bit hectic. If you don't like pings,
it takes a certain.
You don't
degree
want to
of
be
dead
pinged
inside
every
to be
5
okay
seconds.
as I said to everybody,
I mean, it's in the rules, you know.
people join all the time.
That's like we let you know what you're signing up for. So some people see the rules and we're like, you know what? No, this sounds too hectic.
I mute,
and I respect that. I love it. I embrace it.
I mute every room bar the mod and admin chats. Every room gets a mute. It's the only way you can.
I muted the general chat in there once, and I still got notifications.
Oh, I still
how the hell did J Ross do that?
Just everyone everywhere. That's how. And J Ross is a monster. He can just do that stuff.
Yeah.
It annoys me. It annoys me that on your phone and on your computer the numbers appear even though it's muted. That does annoy me. So I've got a wee 8.
That drives me crazy.
I've got a wee 8 on it, and it's probably
but I love it. I embrace the
probably
chaos.
something really stupid. People stupidly ping me, and I've threatened them with bans for pinging me directly.
I've banished people for less. I haven't banned them, but I've banished people for much less.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just like we kind of just like do it to fuck with people. Like it's funny.
But I rule with fear.
I
rule with fear, but I don't really care. I don't care either. I don't care. I just did.
True, though. You are very impulsive.
I just did out of badness. I don't care. Everybody's putting me on.
Yeah, can we just stop and talk for a second about that art that Hannah sent us?
Yes.
Holy shit! How cool is that?
I never made me. I'm so happy. There's loads of cool art going up here as well. So there is.
Oh my god, you guys are amazing.
Dude.
This is incredible. Look at that.
Like it's out of Dark Souls. Hell yeah.
Artifacts.
Holy fuck.
The guy who does the channel art, he's got a bit of a run for his money coming. We're coming. Look at me there.
Yeah. Look at that. She managed to capture your shit-eating grin without giving you a mouth. What the fuck is that? That's crazy. It's all in the eyebrows. It's amazing.
There's the shoulders.
And she captured Gruagoch's kind of glazed over eyes. You know what I mean?
Is that what you had in your head, Dave? Is that the
image? A little bit. Maybe a bit gnarlier of a beard and a bandana of some sort. But other than that, more or less, maybe more of a vest than a jacket. But honestly, I kind of like that aesthetic. That's pretty stoner Furbolg, if you ask me.
Mine was nailed 100%. That's exactly what I had in my head.
It's like if the uncle from Breaking Bad was an Eric Cochran.
Exactly.
Oh Jesus!
Uncle Hank.
Yeah, I just nearly fell off my seat. It was that bad. I just
that is a buff fucking bird. Holy shit, that bird looks like a fucking tank, even though it is a bird. That's really funny.
Well, that's what I said exactly. Excuse the dodgy clothing. I was making stuff today, and I forgot to get changed before I jump. I do change actually sometimes before a stream. If you get smell-o-vision, you'd be in trouble.
Oh god.
Oh, I bet we can smell the whiskey just evaporating off of your pores.
No comment. Everybody's put me under pressure to read a story.
Yeah, they actually blew up the super chat. You have no chance now.
I'm going
really? They did? I didn't see any of this.
They gave a couple supers, and they said read the broken story. And I'm like, hey,
read the broken story.
They did. They said they all did it. Even J Ross did it.
$2. Come on. And Canadian is worth about it's like Monopoly money.
You made a rule. You dug the grave. Now you got to get a taste of your medicine.
Right. Okay.
Is this a Rip Daddy first? Is Rip Daddy
you
reading
see
a
the
story?
color on my face?
Oh my god! This is what you wanted me to read.
You're gonna still read it if I give up halfway through. So
if you give up, I'll read a little bit of it. I promise.
Look, there's a reason why I don't read, and you're about to find out. I'm gonna wait for one more super chat though. No, not.
No.
J Ross.
You drive a hard bargain, Rip Daddy.
J Ross sends 1 cent. Oh dear. All right. Okay.
Good money for this.
There's no escape now, bro. They want it. They're gonna get what they want.
J Ross is just gonna riot.
He's just gonna ban us all from YouTube somehow and shut down the stream.
I can't do this shit. I just can't do it. I can't read out loud. So it's going to be completely ruined.
Oh, come
Okay.
on. We believe in you,
dude.
Tommy.
I have the same problem.
This is from Nick Frasher 94. The time I teleported an entire party with a nat 1. I was playing a level 3 sorcerer, Draconic. You can jump in anytime, Dave, and give me the pronunciation. Draconic Silver Dragonborn Noble. Okay, this is the worst thing. I listened to every story. I think I should know the pronunciations. Me and my party were playing for a while, and I was getting on my DM's nerves a little. It wasn't my character's actions. I was just rolling too good. Yeah, fudging the rules.
It's a shit show.
All of my rolls were done in the center of the table. I even kept switching my dice now and then, so that it's actually really bad. So it would show my dice weren't weighted any one way. I caught a flask of alchemy's fire out of the air and saved my party from getting toasted by a kobold with a torch with a nat 20. And a couple of sessions later, my DM needed to roll for my family's ranking in society. I rolled in the high 80s, and this put me in a very prestigious family and in the middle of a capital of the empire. Oh, whoa.
They're like, no, stop.
All right, I can't stop now. Although this is a hard one to read, to be fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
This will all become...
It's got some syntax.
Yeah. Where am I? This will all become relevant in a minute, hopefully. So after driving an assault of Marrow from a port that was literally sunk by the big bad evil guy, we were traveling to the capital to send aid to the town. There, after a few misadventures, the gnome that got drunk and flew off his mug of ale and almost fell into the shark-infested ocean. We started a 3-month journey to the capital. After 6 hours of travel, the party was ambushed by bandits, and there was about 8 of them, and my character was about to negotiate with them to see if they would let us pass anyways. When my fellow party member, Hobgoblin Noob Barbarian, decided to throw an axe at the leader and tackle another bandit off screen. Brackets. This is a shit show, this one. And I'm making it worse. I bet you anybody else could smooth it out, but I can't do it.
You want me to kick out from here?
No. Oh shit, yeah. He wasn't feeling well. I was about to leave. By doing so, by doing this, we had to deal with one of I can't even figure the lines here. One less bandit. After a few rounds of combat, I rolled an attack with Firebolt. I rolled my first nat 1 of the campaign. So to mark this event, the DM had re-rolled 4 D10s, essentially at D10,000.
That's 10,000.
Yeah, that's all right. My eyes are starting to go blurry now because I'm panicking so much.
That's okay, man. You got this.
He needed it to see what crazy wild magic effect would happen. He gave me a few examples of what could happen, and I got nervous, but I rolled 8,770. The DM looked up at what happened on the chart and face palmed hard. He looked to me. Oh, right, Brian, go for it.
He looks to me and the rest of the party and describes what has happened. As you fumble the spell, the arcane magic shoots off 2 glyphs up here, above and below the party, and all but 2 of the bandits, as they begin to spin rapidly. All the affected are transported to a courtyard that all but one of you are unfamiliar with. He turns to me, turning noises, and he says, "You recognize the area perfectly as the courtyard of your family's estate into the capital of the empire." He continues to describe that upon the sudden disturbance of the courtyard, all of the on-duty guards in the area rush over to investigate and see their lord's son and party members surrounded by bandits. The captain of the guard looks to my character for orders, and with a huge grin on my face, I tell the guards to do away with the uninvited guests. The DM describes as the guards closer to DC-5 knights than normal town guards, encircling the bandits and slay them with all of them with extreme prejudice. After the session ended, I carved 8,770 into the back of my clipboard, and every time I see it, I get a huge smile on my face. TLDR, I've been really lucky with rolls. At the beginning of a 3-month-long journey, I rolled a nat 1 while fighting bandits. The DM had me roll 4 d10s to see what happened, ended up teleporting me and my entire party to the courtyard of my house, which was in the city we were traveling to.
Huh.
Cheers for making me look like
awesome,
cheers for making me look like a dick, Brad.
Hey, you did great.
You yourself look like a dick, Rip Daddy. Don't put this on Brad.
No.
I'm like, you're doing good, and Dave's like, you fucking suck. I'm the nice uncle, and then Dave's like, nah, eat shit, nerd.
No, you did great, Ripper.
No, I did not.
I just wanted to strip out of you because it was fun.
There was enough. There was enough for me to butcher that story. I genuinely, the way my brain works when it comes to actually reading out loud. Whenever I read inside, it's okay. Whenever it goes out, I just say words are words to me, if you know what I mean, and that's the reason why.
No, I get that.
Yeah, the trick is to get like a couple sentences ahead. That's the move.
Yeah,
like with your eyes, like looking a sentence or two ahead, and that's the move.
To be fair, Rip, I'm just going to tell you right now. To be fair, I actually had a problem reading out loud for most of my life, so doing it here has actually helped me out dramatically. Yeah. So thank you.
Oh, great.
No,
I've been reading out loud since I was like 3. That's all good. I got this.
My dad does speed reading. My sons are all very good. He's brilliant. He goes books like. The funny thing about my dad when it comes to reading is that he can read a book like 5 years ago, and you could open the book and go page 76, fourth line, third word across, and he can tell you what it was. That's from 5 years from speed reading.
That's freaky as shit. I can speed skim.
But
however, like for instance, like my ex once, she gave me like a list of 10 things when she was mad at me at some point or something, and I was like,
thing.
Oh my God. She was like, "There's no way you read it that fast." And then I recited the list of 10 things right back to her on the spot in order, and she was so steamed.
Yeah, I don't like that either. No, I just can't do it. There's a reason why these two are here. It's true. That's the reason why. It's just not my thing. I mean, yes, if people are going to badger me in Super Chat, I will ruin a story. That's
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they badgered the hell out of you, and that was great.
I will.
You just ripped it. That's all that you did.
Who do I have to apologize to? Because it was actually a very, very good story.
Yeah.
Apart from the spacing. Nick Thrasher, 90. Yeah.
Nick Thrasher, 94.
I apologize. Maybe.
Oh, you killed it, Rip Daddy. We're just messing with you.
Murdered.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. So don't sell yourself short.
No, I just
it's really fun.
No, you know.
I stutter worse than that some days, man. So it's all right. It's all good.
That is actually, I didn't actually in my own head. That's probably better what I thought it was going to come out at, but that's still shit.
Yeah.
I won't be.
You did it.
I expected this story to be like horrifying the way you hyped it, and I'm like, oh no. But then I read it. It's like it's not that bad. It's okay.
No, it was a very good story.
What?
No, it was the fact that there was some.
Post.
Yeah,
yeah.
But it was a good story.
The grammar.
It was a good story. Okay. I've ran out of room. J. Ross, this is for you. Yes, I have it ultra wide, so whenever I move it over to my smaller screen, I miss half of my stuff across the top of my Chrome, because he's all about that in the old Discord. Let me see here. Dave, you want this one? Can you see?
Sure. Just remember to keep the scroll a little bit lower than you normally would.
Yippers.
Like so that. Yeah, like basically like the width of that black bar where it says r/MrRipper, give me a buffer of that much. That's the width of my webcam window, or the height rather, of my webcam window.
I'll try my best.
There's your kind of frame of reference, top left. All right. So this one was posted by u/Cymorgs 6 days ago. Thank you for sharing your post. If you're in here, u/Cymorgs, how to add flavor to barbarians, otherwise known as why Tavern Brawler is the best feat. So my group just started up a new campaign at level. Wow, that was Canadian. At level 3, started up. I'm starting to sound like you, Rip.
Yeah.
So my group So my group had just started up a new campaign at level 3.
Oh, that's...
I decided to play Barbarian, but wanted to have some fun with flavor, so I asked my DM if I could take the Tavern Brawler feat at campaign start. He said yes, so I took it without the stat bump because I rolled super well for stats and didn't want to be too crazy at level 1. Our campaign started with a festival in a little bit up from there. Just a little bit up. Yeah, there it is.
Always
Beautiful,
one off.
thank you.
Always
That's the spot. Yeah. Our campaign started with a festival in a big city, and during the nighttime festivities, the children of the town lord went missing. My party tracked down the kidnappers to a shack in the first a few miles outside of town. For context, the party is a variant human sorcerer and a minotaur moon druid, fuck yeah, that keeps his horns in wild shape, and me, a furbolg, also fuck yeah, berserker barbarian. There was one guard outside the shack, and the sorcerer and I started trying to come up with a plan. Our druid, who was a horned direwolf, fuck yeah, that was responsible for tracking the gang here, walked off around the side of the house to peek through the windows. After failing his stealth check, I did that today as a direwolf, and spooking the guard, my naive and always drunk barbarian decided to waltz out of hiding and approach the guard to give him time to scout. I pretended to be lost in the woods after drinking all night and even offered the guard some of the whiskey from my water skin, but he refused. He told me to sit on the ground about 30 feet from the house and disarm myself, so naturally I agreed. I one by one removed my vast array of weapons, pretending to search in my bag for each weapon and taking out anything that could be perceived as a weapon down to my 50 feet of rope. By the time I was fully disarmed and at the door, the druid had finished peeking through all the windows, and it was go time when the guard brought me to the door and knocked. The druid ran out from around the corner of the small shack and nipped the guard, which let me finish him off with my frenzied, raging, unarmed strike. DM, he's dead. Me, can I pull his arm off to kill him? DM, audible confusion. Roll a strength check. Me, that's a 22, DM. That's a 22. DM, you have his arm. Combat kept rolling as the rest of the people in the shack started shooting me and the druid through the windows. Our spell sniper sorcerer hung back, if I could get a scroll. Other way, there we go. And shot through the windows, and the dire wolf druid kept nipping at the heels of the goons. I killed the guy in the door with his friend's arm, then ran to grab my great axe. During the next round, the goons pelt me with crossbows from the window by the door, and the druid and sorcerer whittle away at the ones inside. My turn. I run up to the window with a goon just on the other side and use the arm to bust through the window and kill that goon before throwing the arm at another one inside. Next turn, I charge through the door and grab that guy by his long hair and chop his head off with my axe. Now I have a flail. After bludgeoning another to death with the head flail, I launch it to finish off the last goon before bursting into the next room to slam over a counter and headbutt the last goon to death as he tried to escape through a window. I killed all of the goons in the shack. A little up. I'm gonna go a little up. Thanks. I killed all of the goons in the shack, and then we descended down to the hidden basement where I chopped another guy in half, and my DM let me use him as a shield that added 1 to my AC before I proceeded to throw him at the boss and punch him to death. So could that have all gone faster if I had just used my D12 Great Axe? Probably, but I'll never forget the sounds of confusion and fear my DM made when I asked how much damage an arm would do when used as a club. And the best part, when we found the kids, I just used Disguise Self to clean myself up. Think barbarians are just one-trick ponies? Think again. Tavern Brawler is the best feat. Changed my mind. That was pretty sick.
That was good.
That sounds like a good feat. Hell yeah.
This is
Thank you.
4 good stories.
That was stonking.
Yeah, we got some bangers this week. Holy shit, gang.
And I picked the most of them this week. Usually I get shouted at for picking them.
There's hope for the universe.
Yeah, because to be fair, the preparation for this usually is everybody leaves the downstairs of the house about 15 minutes before it start. So you have 15 minutes at the start. Yeah. That's usually the warm up. That's everybody away, and then we have a wee bit of a team meeting, and then. You all right there, Dave?
Yeah, I think I need another. I think I need a third cup of tea. I don't know how it is. I finally got caught up on all that sleep I lost this past week with all the grinding and stuff that I had going on.
What about the earthquake?
I don't know. I just kind of snoozed all day yesterday because I needed it desperately.
What about the earthquake?
But then, what?
The earthquake? That kept you up?
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
probably
yeah,
slept
that
through
shit
it.
woke me up. No, I got woke up by that. Are you kidding me? It shook me.
It shook you literally?
I felt it. It shook me awake. Yeah, it was great. It was, dude, it was only like a couple miles away from where I live.
Oh
And
damn.
it was a 4.5. I felt it.
Too right.
Most I had was a 1.1, and I'm like, oh, it's happening, and I had partied. I was like, yeah, earthquake.
Oh man, last summer there was a
Midwestern
couple of like 4+s within a couple days of each other, within a day or two of each other.
Hey, Craig said he sent you a message, Scott?
During the
About doing
live
it.
stream, I cannot check my Discord, so let me see what he says.
He said something about a giveaway
Right there.
on his Discord server. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Dave, while Scott's looking at that, why do you like Druid so much? We had that as a question for you.
oh, that's a great question, and to which I have a really great answer, and it's that druids can wear so many different hats. They're kind of the Swiss Army knife of D&D characters. There's enough that you can do with a druid where like you can be a healer, you can tank damage, you can get pretty decent DPS output as you kind of like get tougher and tougher. You can be a healer, you can really help with like survival and just kind of like trait tracking and stuff like that. And another reason is that the way I always like to play my druids is that they're kind of like detached from like the kind of like gold and loot side of things, unless it's like if it's made out of anything other than like wood, stone, and like leather, I don't like to my druids to really have much interest in it. So that makes gameplay like really interesting because it gives you some interesting opportunities to like role play. For instance, like if I just get a massive pouch of coin, I'm more likely to just like go spend it all on some big stupid thing all at once because like I don't want to be carrying around the coin, and that big stupid thing will be something that I really want, like an alchemy jug or like a bag of holding or something like that. And other than that, I mean, you can cast spells with a sprig of holly. That's like ridiculous. And another reason that I love druids is that most of your spell casting components, especially early on, anyways, are just like various like dirt and like leaves and like mud and like just different types of like fucking pebbles and shit. So like you don't need to go to like some magic shop usually to go prepare your spells. For the most part, you're able to just kind of like go for a walk in the morning and forage what you need in order to cast your spells. And on top of that, as a druid, you can basically prepare any spell from the druid spell list after a long rest. You can prepare whatever spells you want after a long rest. And so that's a really nice mechanic too, because it doesn't force me to have like a spell book. It's just like I can choose which spells I want to be able to cast that day, and then boom, I can cast them. I don't have to like go find the scrolls or nothing. I just know them. So that's really, really fun too. But yeah, the sort of combination of utility and
Oh, you found it. Okay, good.
Hey, go ahead then.
yeah, so it's the combination of like utility and like tankability and just like it's just a really like it's easy to play a pretty overpowered game and like soak up a lot of hits and just do kind of everything that you would need as a character overall in like a pretty common game of D&D. Druids can like really do it all, and I really love that. So that's why I love playing druids so much. And like you're free to get kind of weird with it and like have fun and like be kooky and like talk to trees. That's funny shit, you know? That's good for role play.
Indeed.
You just get to be like a weird introvert who like, you know, likes to cook and like talk to trees and whatever. It's funny.
It sounds like you can have a lot of fun. What you missed, Dave, whenever I was when you were talking there, was
we go.
my internet basically just like surfing the whole web there to find Craig's cottage in Etsy.
He was trying to sell us beds and or like
Bed
bed
and
and
breakfast.
baths and stuff. And I'm like, hello?
I know.
Why?
No.
We don't want to go take a
It
nap.
was like, but then what I did was type in Etsy again, and then it showed. It should be in my history.
Well, I put it in the chat anyway for everyone to look at,
Yes.
so they're good too.
What the message was.
Thank you guys for covering all of the bases today. I'm having some pretty serious technical issues over here.
It's actually been perfect. Apart from your
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
great.
5G, that's wild.
Just
I'm impressed. And my phone battery is like still above half.
yeah, well, here in the UK, it's all getting ripped out because we don't use Huawei no more, so it's getting turfed thanks to Donald Trump. No, what Craig was actually saying was we have an ad coming. It was mentioned last week about Craig's cottage and his dice bags, and what he's saying is that once the ad airs, I think it's the 14th of August, but don't
I believe it
quote
is
me.
the 14th.
The 14th of August. After it
Pretty sure
airs,
it's
there's going to be a giveaway on our Discord server, but you need to be
shit.
on the Discord server. and I will work out some way of getting a list of all the users, and I'll stick it on a wee randomizer on one of the Sundays after it airs. So whatever way that falls, let me see without breaking the stream. The stream.
Holy shit! Thank you so much, Craig. That's so nice of you to offer that up.
Okay, thank you. Yes, good point, Dave. Good point.
Holy shit, dude! Like you put so much work into these things. It's really, dude. We love you so much, man. It's really cool of you. Thank you.
I believe, and they probably correct me on Discord, so I'll make sure he's not shouting at me for saying something wrong. He said it's going to be a MrRipper themed mushroom dice bag. What happened was that Craig has offered to send us the dice bags as thank you for the ad, and I think they're class. But I messaged Dave and Brian privately and asked them what they wanted, and we all picked this bad boy.
The cactus?
Yes.
I love the cacti, man.
I don't think you knew that you know what you picked each, because I didn't say to anybody. So
I do know.
We all picked the same thing. So yeah, if it's a MrRipper themed one, it's going to be good. So we'll come up with something. The way the dates fall, if it's the 14th, I think it is. That'll be the Friday. On the Sunday, what we'll do is, if Craig wants to and he's free, but he's been on 2 streams in a row, maybe I'll give him the list and he can do the randomizer of the people in the Discord. Maybe we'll invite him on for a wee chit chat.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
we can get in voice chat and like talk to Craig about the D bags and just hang out with people for a few minutes.
If you're going to put me under pressure to read, you can get him on the Discord. I'm thinking next.
Yeah, if you want to bother with Daddy to read, like, go to the Discord and definitely don't tag him in anything.
No. If you want me to read stories, butcher stories, Super Chat is your friend. Yes.
Super Chat is all of our friends.
So they've all been
Super Chat.
They've all been sent to us, and unfortunately, because I'm the other side of the world, I have to wait the longest. So everybody will get to tell me, "Oh, this is brilliant! Oh, this is the coolest thing ever!" And they'll get their dice and they'll fire them in and they'll show me, and I'll just have to wait for the postman to come. But I'll have it, and then it'll
sit. Craig's Cottage. It's really cool that we get to like elevate and support members of our community in like pursuing their creative endeavors. That's such a nice feeling.
Not every sponsored video is by a large company, and it's not going to be by a large company with little or no monetization attached to it. If it's the right product and you're out there, and I think that the subscriber base would be interested in it, I'm more than happy to help. Because
Ripper, you say this to us in private a lot, but like I don't think we say it enough in public. This isn't a YouTube channel with a community at this point. It is a community with a YouTube channel. Yeah. We're all in this together because we love D&D. And so we like have kind of like taken it, Ripper especially is really taking it upon himself to like search out like specific things that we can like get to you that help the channel that would actually like make your D&D experience a better one. We're not just like trying to like, I'll buy this fucking wallet or VPN or whatever. Like that's not going
to. You'll never ever see an ad for VPNs, keeps, anything like that. There, it'll only be
Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, I get emails from them, so I do quite regularly. No, that Dave quoted me quite well, and I have been saying it privately, and I don't like saying it. Well, I do like saying it out loud, but I don't.
It's a beautiful thing to think about, man. We're all just like friends hanging out, loving on some D&D. Like that's what it's all about, and that's what makes this thing so special.
Yeah, and it's not something that. I don't mind shouting it out. I don't want to shout it out. I don't mind mentioning it to people in live streams and stuff, but it is...
Oh, I think it's important for people to know that when they join up with us and they subscribe to us, they're not just subscribing to videos. Like, if they want to participate, there's a thriving community of Dungeons & Dragons fans that, like, kind of all have conglomerated around the videos. That, like, we've had people picking up games. We've had new DMs coming in the Discord to play test stuff. I mean, it's really, really cool that we're just here to, like, improve everybody's D&D experience at the end of the day. And in any way that we can do that, whether it's providing inspiration and motivation to try out some new stuff or try to play for the first time or for the first time in a while, or if we're, trying to get you some nice dice bags like this cactus over here. You know what I mean? Like, we
there's
just want you to have
there's
fun,
there's a
dude.
there's a Kickstarter coming up for dice as well. There's another smaller
They're
one.
so pretty.
Yes, they've seen that. You've seen that, Brian, haven't you, in our Discord? Or,
yeah, I did. I saw the Kickstarter one.
And then there's larger, there's slightly larger stuff. There's Reroll as well, which is class. I mean, yes, it's a big app. Loads of people already knew about it. There is there's the. Oh, I can't remember the all. Yeah, and then we've got
there's Grim Hollow.
Yes, we've got a new campaign.
New campaign. D&D.
So there's a few bits and bobs. Not yeah, but as I said, it'll all be relative.
As Craig put it, it's all going to be on brand with the channel.
Yeah,
basically stuff that you guys would like, that we nerds love.
Stuff we would like, that you would like. Not even just that. Like stuff that if we were playing D&D, we would be like, I would love to fucking have that. That would be so nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I see these dice bags, I see these lovely dice sets. I see this like the coffee, like all of this stuff. It's just such a lovely companion to my Dungeons and Dragons experience, especially like during a pandemic where like a lot of people are playing games with friends all around the world. Sometimes that means like playing D&D on Discord at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
The Adventures Coffee, it's always just been a code. It's always been mentioned. I think what we're recording up to, there's going to be an ad done for that, or a sponsorship video. They don't even know about it. That's the thing. I haven't even approached them about it. It's going to get a full. They're going to get the full minute. I've yet to.
Oh
message
yeah,
him.
I get to do that for him too. Yeah.
No,
nice
and he hasn't even asked for it. But I mean, I enjoyed the coffee. I know everybody else enjoyed the coffee.
Really good coffee.
Yeah, it's not. It's as I said. It'll just get done. But we have actually been. We've been friends with those guys for quite some time now. So yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're part of the crew.
Yeah, definitely part of the family. Part of he's in the Discord. Yeah. The guy runs it's in the Discord.
Part of the community. That's what it boils down to. We're a community with a YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Just a bunch of people who love D&D, who can conglomerate in like one or two different places and share in that love. I think that's so precious and so special.
Warm
and fuzzies. But it is, dude. Everyone always says it's hard to find a group, but I think the more people like kind of zero in on this group of people and this lovely community we've been cultivating, they're gonna find those games. They're gonna find that inspiration. They're gonna be able to like really dive into their D&D experience, and that is like so cool.
That's it. And the other wee thing is that we stream on a Sunday. We stream on a Wednesday. There's usually 3.5 videos a week, just the way it falls, just for the week, and it's every other day. There might be the last one to cover the full week. We're going to keep it under wraps for now, but it'll be another change, and it won't be Reddit based. Would be the right way. Dave knows what I'm talking about. Brian doesn't actually. I'll be chat with him. He might be able to. Yeah, it was mentioned after the stream on Wednesday, and I thought it was a good idea. So you might be interested in that. Yeah, I think it'll be very, very good. So that's a wee secret tidbit. But that will just be on top. Anything else after that, I don't know. If you're doing a video a day and if there's anything else that needs to be done, or any of the guys come up with good ideas, or if anybody in the community comes up with good ideas, might need to split it onto another channel at some point. But this is is the core of the show, if you know what I mean. You've got the 2 live streams, the extra thing, and then the main videos. But you never know. Things change all the time, so yeah, it is what it is.
Right. We're just here to embrace Dungeons and Dragons at the end of the day, and a way we can have fun making stuff that you guys will enjoy, that will improve your D&D experience, and get you stuff that you enjoy that will improve your D&D experience. We're going to try and do that to the best of our ability. Indeed.
And there's somebody else mentioned I can't remember the name of the warrior that's on everything, and he's God's people. That's all I'm going to say. He's fighting off the dislikes on the videos.
Stone Grimes is mentioned. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, all the names escaping me. I've seen if I get it.
Like the video.
Yeah, at the very start. Is it Stone? It's not Stone Grimes, is it? Yeah, at the start.
No,
it might
be.
It
might
be. It might be. I get back to the start. There's somebody who watches the videos. He's obviously subscribed, and he's obviously in the notification bell bad boy thing. And he gets on in the first 15 minutes of every video release and hits the dislike button. And it must be the same person, because it goes on for a year. It's been going on for the guts of a year. So I don't know. There's too many comments. That's the other thing with the YouTube comments now. It's starting to get a wee bit out of hand.
It's fucking crazy. We're hitting like 800, 900, 1,000 comments on some videos. What the hell?
I cover them now realistically, if I'm being completely honest, because I'll be honest with this obviously the live stream guys. I only get to see them for the first couple of days, and then they just go into a big. Oh, it's Dave Simp now. Yeah. He's the one.
Oh, it's Dave Simp.
No, he's on this guy. Yeah, he's fighting off. He's fighting off. So he is. He's fighting off the negative vibes.
I love all my simp.
I think he is the simp or the simp.
He is currently Dave's simp.
No, he's
my title.
He's currently MrRipper, and in brackets, Dave's
and
simp.
Dave's simp.
I stole his name. I stole him. No, I didn't change it.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I didn't.
Sure.
I didn't.
I bet. Whatever, bro. Whatever gets you through the night. We all know who he simps for reals.
There's Joseph back from last week too. I remember the Muff. I've been to Muff many times. I don't think it translates very well.
If you like moths, if you're into moths, you should check out our Discord. There's a thriving community of moth enthusiasts.
Some of them are very, very camp as well. They're all very pretty colors and sparkles.
Yeah. I can't pronounce it if I tried, but there's one moth that's very, very like pink and yellow. It's lovely. There's a lot of moths. They love lamp.
Moths.
Moths.
I think we should go for the last story because it's getting late.
Great. Yeah, it's getting late.
It's getting late. It's getting mid-afternoon for you, Dave, and it's getting tea time. You hungry?
Yeah, well, I mean for you, Rip.
You hungry?
I'm chilling.
What are you going for dinner tonight, bro?
I have no idea. I might home make some chili tonight, if I'm being honest, because I want some hot and spicy food down my gullet.
Oh, I went. We've got
have some chili too.
We've got a fancy Thai restaurant opened at the bottom of the road. Obviously, you can't sit in, but they're doing deliveries. And whenever I was in Thailand, I love the Thai green chili. And
what's your favorite Thai green chili? I always get Pad See. That's my jam.
It was like pure fire. It was absolute fire. So it was. I don't know what was going on with that. So it was lovely though. It was lovely. Brian.
I am reading the final story.
Go for it.
This is by Draco. 51,683. I hate numbers. I really do. But I love you, Draco, if you're in the chat. My DM's fuck moment.
Leave us one to the end.
A while ago.
YouTube won't get that far. I'll beep you. I'll beep you. Every time you do, I go beep.
Beep.
Go for it.
Get a stream deck ready. A while ago, in a magical dungeon in a separate plane, we found all the parts to a sword that my character got, since he's the only sword fighter. The sword is kind of disgusting. It's a base +1 longsword, but because I mixed in a new metal to reforge it, that has its own anti-magic properties. I can cast Dispel Magic as a 2nd level spell. The metal lowers the cost of the spell through the sword. Besides, that bonus ability, the sword's natural ability, is a bonus action. The target I attack, and any enemy within 5 feet of the target has to do a wisdom save. And the DC is based off of my character's strength stat, 8 plus proficiency, 8 equals +5, or else gain fear of my character. Then, to top it off, for every character afraid of my character, the sword gains +1 to hit and damage. Ooh la 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 la. Now, I double-checked and made sure with my DM about that last ability, and if it would be given only through the swords causing fear or anything causing fear. He said that the ability would work whenever anything was afraid of my character, no matter how it gained fear, via the sword or a spell or whatever. My character is a dragonborn, so naturally, as soon as I heard this, I got the dragon fear racial feat and abused it probably. My DM didn't think much of it at the time, and we kept going as though nothing much happened. One day, he decided to swarm us with around 24 of these custom demon-like enemies he made for this story. My first round, I went to about the center of the group since they were all within 30 feet and roared. My DM asked me to read exactly what the feat did. So I explained to him. And all we heard was, let me do it right.
No, I'll go do the beat for
you. Fuck. Beep. And him beginning to roll saves for 24 of his creatures. The next thing we hear is a loud thud. Hold on, I gotta get a loud thud as he face palmed into the desk. Oh, I gotta. Hold on, wait. There we go.
He'll be branded.
Just for the story, man. Just for the story. Facepalmed into the desk, and he said that 20 of his creatures failed the save. He then described my character as looking as though he was covered in darkness, as if death itself walked the land. At that moment, we went from an "oh shit, we gotta run" moment to a "we got this," since the overwhelming majority of the creatures were afraid of my character, and our small group of 4 stayed nice and close to him. Also, until an enemy with fear died, which they quickly did, my longsword was a plus 21 weapon. Each death lowered its bonus since they were dead and could no longer be afraid. My DM gave us bonus XP for that encounter because we weren't supposed to fight them. We were supposed to run away. And he didn't realize what sort of situation he created. Since that encounter, we haven't faced a group larger than 4 enemies. Funny how that happens.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's absolutely
That's
nutters.
sweet, dude. Wow. Bravo.
Yeah.
Draco, you are a smart man, or woman, or person.
You cover all the bases there, Brad.
I gotta cover all the bases. I'm nice. I cover every base.
Do you now? Okay.
People are asking where they're all watching from. I put in my home, and then somebody else.
I'm watching from Ohio, where I live.
I'm watching from sunny Los Angeles.
But is it actually sunny?
Oh yeah, sunny as fuck. It's like 100 degrees out there.
Beep. Sorry, it's my delayed beep. Yeah, it's cold here and it's wet. No, it was actually quite nice today. It's 11 degrees, but it's the middle of the night. Might hit 20. You never know. What I was going to do? Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know. I think we should just wrap it up nice and early. Oh, Finland. Very probably.
Fair
cool.
enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's time, right?
Yeah.
You said we had a 10 o'clock hard out. It's 10:18.
Yeah, it's 11 here, but yeah, close enough. That's what I thought.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, exactly. I just don't want to confuse the 2 people from the UK watching it, in case they were like, "Oh, it's only 10 o'clock." You know.
What time, Lord?
Yeah, Dave, I think what you should really do is go and burn your laptop, and especially your Mac, and just work off a mobile phone, because
Really? It's that good?
it's actually better.
That's crazy.
It is, Brian. Isn't it?
This phone is like insane, bro.
I think we should have.
This is the craziest phone I've ever seen. I'm amazed that it's working so well, and I'm also very relieved
Oh, that's gotta
because
be
this
probably
means that as long as I get like a floating waterproof case for it, I can take it out for morning canoeing streams.
Yeah, we could have a wee bit of yeah. Don't.
I mean, I'm gonna do it for me. Like, I'll just go on my Instagram probably and go canoeing and like talk about like philosophy or whatever.
Don't,
You know what I mean?
Don't encourage Dave to say his phone's brilliant, because he'll end up doing readings from a canoe probably. He'll be like, "Oh no, guys, I'm out in the
Nah,
canoe."
I wouldn't do that. I would be too focused paddling and just enjoying the beautiful water. Dude, the water was 79 degrees Fahrenheit. It was like a warm bath. It was unbelievable. It was so lovely this week. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
Dave will read from a canoe. I'll read from a cave. I'm like, I'm the little goblin in the cave. Where's my
Oh,
fire?
it's just like on a Sunday we were doing our stream and I'm just like paddling my boat while we're reading stories. I would love that. I would get true wireless earbuds just for that. That would be so fun.
Oh, you're gonna join the whole ecosystem, Dave. So yeah.
Well, I've got true wireless earbuds, but I lost one of them. They were crappy though, anyways, and only got like 2 hours of battery life. So I don't know if I'm going to join the whole Samsung ecosystem, but I don't know, man. I really like this phone so far. It's really pretty. I might. I feel kind of bad because I like just bought a Fitbit, but I've barely been using it. But maybe if like my like smartwatch was more integrated with my phone, because I never wanted to buy an Apple Watch back when I was with iPhone. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll join. Maybe I'll be a total just like sellout and buy all the Samsung shit and just drink the punch. I don't know.
Yeah,
But it sounds more. I'm the kind of person who like I don't care what brand my stuff is, as long as it's going to do what I need it to. So I'm going to need stuff that's like waterproof and has really long battery life and sounds good. So I don't know if they'll be able to offer that. We'll see.
yeah. I have a Huawei GT2 watch, but as you can
They
see,
don't sell those in the States anymore. There's like basically an embargo on them.
yeah, the problem with this Huawei GT2 watch is that I get a reflection. Is I haven't charged it for about 3 weeks, so
That's crazy.
no,
Still
No, it's not. It's been out of charge for about 3 weeks. I took it off and haven't put it back on. But it's quite bulky, and I remember having a waterproof Fitbit, and it wasn't so waterproof. So steam got
Oh,
in.
really?
Yeah, and then
that's no good.
And then you talk about ecosystem. It wasn't intentional. I have.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really too like hip to like a lot of tech gadgets. Most of the stuff I spend money on is like music stuff.
And then I've got a
I don't really care about the rest.
Huawei laptop, but I would rather chew my own face off than use their phones because you got no app store. You got the Google. You haven't got any Google Play, so you're
really that's weird.
No, because it's an Android phone, but because the Google's fallen out with them, you can't use the Google apps. So you have to, and I couldn't be. They're good phones, I suppose, but I couldn't be bothered with any of that hassle.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I didn't. I'm happy I went with the Samsung for the time being. I guess I don't know the first thing about Android, but I figured this one looked like a worthy investment that like should last a while and not be obsolete right out of the gates.
I think we should buff up the super chat again and buy Brian a phone. What do you think?
Oh,
really?
yeah, I've never had a phone in my life.
Really? You've never had a phone, like a cell phone?
Never had a cell phone, except for like the old ass brick Motorola's.
Oh,
which you can never break at all.
How long did you rock that for? Are you still using it? Are you? Is that what you mean? You don't have a phone?
Oh yeah, no, I still use it if I have to call anybody when I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just so happen you never had a smartphone, which is good.
I've never had one. When I first saw Chelsea, I was using her phone. She's like, "You're like a fucking old man, dude." And I said, "Shut up." I'm like, Chelsea, no, I'm not an old man. She's like,
"You are such an old man."
Dirty now.
Yeah, my granda, he has a dumb phone, and every time I see him, he basically says, "Can you turn the volume up?" It's like he had a watch.
There's no volume.
He has a watch, and he asked me the very first time he got the watch. He says, "Can you set the alarm?" And I set it as a test for 2:00 in the afternoon, and he didn't. He's never heard that alarm go off every day, every Saturday, and I'm in the room with him, and I can hear it, and he's like, he just pretends it doesn't happen. So it's
wow.
The alarm's never done anything because he can't even hear it whenever it's in the middle of the day. Right, we're talking crap. And we've done a massive plug for Samsung unintentionally. Hopefully, if somebody from Samsung's watching, no, I joke.
Yeah,
Samsung sponsor us. We're taking it all back and going to Mac.
Never mind. Using the fridge. Let's go, Samsung.
Oh wait, we're gonna go switch to Apple. Sorry, didn't mean that one.
No, we are. Brian is not. He may be someday in the future. We are back Wednesday for a live stream. There's no video for the way it rotates round, but I'm going to fix that soon. I think we've got a video out on Tuesday, normal video, and then it's live streams Wednesday, and then it'll be Thursday for the next one. And you can see where the rotation goes. Everybody knows that already. And I think we'll end it here. Yeah, you happy enough, boys?
I'd say now's as good time as any.
Oh, yes, we do the whole social media thing at the end, don't you? Because Brian loves all that.
Yeah.
You know all my details, so thank you very much for following me. Brian, over to you.
Right. Well, I posted in the chat the shout out DaveMakesNoises.com. DaveMakesNoises.com. I linked it to everybody in the chats in the description below. If you want to go follow Dave, who's on the right side, green, and me, if you want to follow me, I am Brian Vaughn VA at Twitter and on YouTube. I stream Wednesdays and Saturdays at night around 8:00 because I can, or a little earlier if I'm feeling frisky. And all the links are going to be found in the description. So there you go. To anything we say.
Yeah. I think that covers us, right? DaveMakesNoises.com. Dave Makes Noises on all platforms.
Yep.
Please sub for Nat 20s.
Yes.
Please
very
sub
important.
for Nat 20.
Many people actually comment and say that it has actually improved their rolling and just general life, just by being...
We've infused powerful chaos magic into this YouTube channel just by like saying please sub for Nat 20s. Like just by setting that intention, now it's happening. Because people are taking an action with an intention, and that's affecting their dice rolls.
What was the very first roll I did on the live stream? Go on. What was it?
It was a Nat 1.
It was the Nat 1, and we sat there going, everyone up, subscribe.
I knew it was going to be a shit show at that stuff, because I technically should roll
you
perfectly.
Did great. I rolled hot fire, as I tend to, because I'm a long-time subscriber of the channel.
What do you reckon? I'm going to roll just before I finish.
I'll roll my metal dice, too. Okay, anyone wants to see it.
I'm going to roll. And anything below a 10, it's just going to cut. Right. Okay. Go for it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
I got an 18.
I want this one. I got a 14.
And I got a 9. I lose every time. Right, guys. See you later.